Very well. YSDN is going well so far, pushing towards the future. And also, thanks for joining us in Rabat, Morocco, showcasing the work of Tactica, and more importantly, helping us design all of everything we had to use for the conference.
Yeah.
On behalf of African Youth Climate Up and Youth Sustainable Development Network, thank you so much.
Thank you too. It was actually quite the experience. Speaking of remarkable, you should have been at YSDC 2024. It was in Rabat, Morocco, and my goodness, like they just upped the bar like a whole lot. I feel like now that you've done this and this grand of an event and a showcase, it raises the bar so high that it's you have to keep topping it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true. We're looking forward to that, and we know this year's conference is the beginning of bigger ones to come. So, yeah,
you should have seen Dami at the conference on stage. Speaking from a place of wealth, wealth of wisdom, and like also inspired. And interestingly, I had a session at the conference as well, and the session bordered on storytelling in driving the sustainability narrative, and it was incredible. Honestly, the questions, the interactiveness of the session, and enlightening people that ordinarily are not in contact with conversations like this, because it was like a whole day of conversations on sustainability, on renewable energy, with building the environment, a sustainable environment. So like it was a sharp change in the conversation to figuring out a way to pass the messages that we're supposedly are trying to push across, and discussing storytelling. It was different, it was fresh, it was really nice, and I actually really enjoyed the conversation.
The interesting perspective here is the fact that I have been groomed for many years in design thinking, in learning the ways of proper and perfect presentation in such a way that you look at something and you want to engage with that particular thing. Because whether you like it or not, you have to be attracted to something first before you engage with it.
One of the key feedback we got more with your session was it was quite innovative, it was quite insightful for a lot of young people. And so I think it's something that you personally or through Tactica can begin to look to, maybe not now in the nearest future, but it was a great one. And of course, for next year, we're looking to even doing more of this in a new dimension.
It's beautiful to see. And then also the fact that these are initiatives led by young people. It's like it feeds a lot into the fact the youth in YSDN, the Youth Sustainable Development Network, feeds a lot into that. And like I feel like it carries a lot of gravitas. The fact that young people are able to, do the seemingly great things that we're doing at present. Don't you think so?
Yeah, excellent. I mean, that's one of the key points for us at YSDN. As much as we want to collaborate, we also want to collaborate with youth-led organizations, youth-led corporations that are also delivering impactful and tangible work. And for Tactica, it's not just led by a young person, it's also it also has employed the age of young people working together. So this speaks to the value of what young people can bring to the world. I mean, for me, it's not just a partnership that is the usual one. I think for the whole idea started with the fact that we just wanted to design and do branding for YSDN, and we thought, okay, how can we get this up? And then it all started that way of designing ads and all that. But of course, working with Tactica, I've just come to understand more if there is anything I've learned so far for the past 3-4 years now of working with Tactica through the Youth Sustainable Development Network is the importance of branding. So branding, I've come to understand that if you're not so careful, if you're planning an event, if you don't give adequate branding to what you're supposed to do in terms of telling your message and making it relatable, you find out that you're just not getting to the place you want to be. And so for us, so far, it's just been like, oh, every time our design pops up, oh, there's now this reputational thing we've created with the YSDN brand, which of course Tactica has helped us to do over time. So that uniqueness in terms of our branding goes a long way, which I think is one of the key points for our partnership. Because when you even talk about the sustainable development goals, I'm sure those that are familiar have that pictures in their head right now, right? So we know the goal 1 to goal 17. You see the design,
exactly.
it tells
the colors,
the message. Yes.
Yeah, it's like
carefully curated.
Exactly.
So that's what we are talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So like even like that was a brilliant example. The fact that one of such organizations that pushes similar narratives to what we do is the UN.
Okay,
And the fact that they created these sustainable development goals, a template with a design that sort of just sticks to you. Like it sticks to you. Like you say SDGs, and the first thing that pops into your head, subconsciously even at this point, are those boxes, those colors. The color for this in quality education, renewable energy, wealth generation. It's like it just sticks.
Sticks, yes.
It's the beauty of design. It attracts and it intrigues you. It sticks in your subconscious.
Absolutely.
And when you do a terrible job at it it does the opposite. So exactly, that's the truth. That's another truth. When you do the opposite of good design, it means that they then attribute bad design with you, and then they consistently it's like subconscious. They don't expect quality from you. And they then become advocates of doom, like I usually say. And tell the next person that tells the next person that tells the next person that they don't think this organization or this initiative is up to par in that sense.
Exactly. Just thinking of something in line of what you said, especially like post-COVID, when the world has now become fully digital. I think one thing that people are now more conscious about, if possible, when you talk of factors of production, they say land, capital, I think we can also then add brand reputation, because a lot of things right now in the world is digital. So whoever wants to see you, no matter what you're doing in Lagos, Nigeria here, for example, if someone wants to see you from Copenhagen, Denmark, they're not going to come down to Lagos. At first, they need to look through what you're doing on your website, on your digital platform or anything. So that in itself already forms an impression. So yeah, I think brand reputation goes a long way on how you tell your message and what your organization represents. Excellent stuff. So for context, YSDC's Youth Sustainable Development Conference, it's an annual conference of the Youth Sustainable Development Network, which is the organization. Just thought to put that out there.
Yeah. For context, Tactica is short for Tactica Zone. We are a brand design and software development agency in Lagos, Nigeria. And I think, like I mentioned earlier, we're in our 11th year of excellence, and it's been an incredible journey thus far.
I can tell, I can relate. As for us, YSDN will be 5 next month. Actually, September. Oh, yeah. September is almost here, so.
We should celebrate.
We'll celebrate next year.
Okay.
Next year's conference.
Or you could bring everybody to Tactica. Yeah. I mean...
I'm going to pay for your flight tickets.
Yeah.
Of course, discussing with Seun the other time, and then looking forward to seeing how we can even incorporate more tangible key areas for sustainability and storytelling, creatives, and all that. Because for us, one thing we've learned with YSDC 2024, which was the first time of even having a session on sustainability and storytelling, is that it holds a lot of potential, right? We got great feedbacks. People specifically liked Seun's session on sustainability, and storytelling. And for us, we're looking to maybe just match it up. And so what we are looking to doing is critical empowerment on capacity building. So we want to be able to train these young people that would be present in the next conference on key aspect of design thinking, key aspect on brand reputation, and even aspiring entrepreneurs on basic digital skills that they could use to just advance whatever they want to do in their respective space. So those are the key things we're looking at for. And we would be back to let you know how that comes out.
Oh, honestly, you guys don't even know the half of it. You know how I said that, like, we've already raised the bar. Oh my goodness. 2025, like, you will not rest. Like, from the videography to, incorporating storytelling into how we push, next year's conference. Not just the conference itself, but like the months building up to the conference, and the quality of the content that would come out from YSDN and Tactica. Oh my goodness, you are in for a treat, I promise you. And we plan on not holding back and putting in all that we've got into making sure that you enjoy the story we're telling, you engage with it, and you're informed.
YSDC 2025 is slated to hold August 2025 in Nairobi, Kenya, looking to hosting more than 200 youth across the world. Stay glued to our social media platform, and then you would be able to get updates on how we proceed in terms of bringing you over to Nairobi.
It's been exciting having you here, and
always a pleasure.
It's also been awesome showing you around.
Oh yeah.
New Tactica.
By the way, Tactica's office is super fine. This has been the best so far. I mean, that's the point, right? The more we grow, the better it becomes. This looks really amazing. Well done, Seun. Well done, the team. I don't know how much this would cost, but I'm scared. I'm scared. It's a lot of money, bro. Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
See you at YSDC 2025.